welcome back.
So today we're going to make onion rings. We're going to make them two different ways, the Bloomin' onion style and the traditional rings. So before we get started, here's a little joke for you.
Yeah.
What starts with an E and ends with an E and has one letter in it? An envelope. Ha ha. All right, terrible, terrible. So without further ado, let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking.
To start, we're going to make our special sauce to go with our onion rings. We're going to start with 1/2 cup of mayo, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of horseradish, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, and oh no! Oh, what a save! And 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Then we're going to mix that on up. You can add salt if you want. I really don't think it needs it though. Give it a taste?
Do a little spicy.
Then set that to the side and let's get going on the onions. To start, we're going to cut an onion for the blooming onion. To do this, we're going to cut it into fourths and then cut it into eighths, just chopping in between each of those fourths. We want to make sure we leave the stem intact because that's what's going to hold it all together. Once we have that, we're going to throw it into some water. Next up, we're going to cut the rings, which is super simple. Just slice the onions into slices so that you're cutting perpendicular to the onion layers. As Shrek would say, they have lots of layers. Then, how are your eyes doing?
Good.
You crying?
No.
Take the slices and pop the rings out. Are you crying?
But I hurt.
We're going to set those to the side and we are going to make our wet dip or wet batter. To start, we're going to add 2 eggs, 1 cup of buttermilk, and then 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Then we're going to mix that on up and then move on to the dry mixture. To start, we're going to add 1 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of Panko, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of Cayenne Pepper, and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Then we're going to mix that on up. Not too crazy. Crazy woman. Ah.
The super doom all messy. We're cleaning up the mess.
Once we have everything ready to go, we're going to start with the blooming onion. We are going to take it out of the water, coat it with the dry mixture. Make sure to spread it out and get the flour in between the cuts so that it gets coated throughout and it's not just one giant blob of an onion. Then we're going to dunk it into the wet mixture and make sure that we get it nice and coated and then back into the dry mixture. Make sure it's nice and coated. If you like a heavier coating of breading, you can do this again, but I prefer a lighter breading, so we're just going to stick to a single coat. Then, for the rings, we're going to do the exact same thing. Dunk them into the flour mixture, the wet mixture, and then back into the flour mixture.
To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left.
If you run out of either the flour mixture and the wet mixture, you can always make more.
Then we got washcloth to wash your hands off. After we're done.
Once we have everything nice and coated, it's frying time. We're going to get our oil up to about 375 degrees Fahrenheit. In this case, we're going to use peanut oil. And then for the blooming onion, we are going to drop it in with the top pointing down. And we're going to fry that until it turns a nice golden brown color on the outside, which should only take a minute. At about 45 seconds, make sure to flip it. Then we're going to set that on a drying rack or paper towels to let that grease drip off so that it isn't soggy and we have a nice crunch. Also, if you like your onion rings salted, now is the time to salt them, that way it sticks to it. I don't salt them just because I'm not big on salt. Then for the normal onion rings, we will do the exact same thing. As simple as that.
How is it?
Do you like the onion in the sauce?
No, I don't like onion.
You like the sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that.
And that's the onion too.
Can I try some?
Yeah.
I really like that. It's better than any copycat, even better than the original.
I want to go.
Oh, you want to go? I'm sorry. Please go. What do you think?
I like this part.
You like that part?
And I like this and I like that.
You like the sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you like the crunchy part?
Yeah.
That part?
Yeah.
It's got good crunch. It's got good spice. And I like it better than the original. It makes me feel less greasy than the original, in my opinion. And I like how there's more onion, in my opinion, than there is breading. but some people like more breading. I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. I like how there's more like actual onion rather than the breading. The breading doesn't overpower the onion, and really all you taste is the breading. So it's really good. And then the sauce with it pairs nicely. Absolutely delicious. With the horseradish in there and all that, it's really good. So with that being said, if you like this video, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified every time we make a new video. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.